And welcome back. We are joined this morning by Dr. Raul Mendoza from Aurora. There has been a lot of talk, Doctor, in the recent past about new strains of COVID-19 being found. How concerned are you about these new strains?
Very concerned, very concerned. We know that the UK strain, the B1157, it is more transmissible. It spreads a lot easier than the original, the wild type. And that's a first concern. And there are some authorities in the epidemiologic world that tell us that probably that will be the main strain that will be affecting and infecting us in the near future, talking about the spring. So we're going to have a problem potentially with that virus. And the other is the South African type, the B1351, and which has shown that probably has more resistance and makes some of the vaccines less effective. So we are in a race against time with the virus, because the virus will continue to mutate. We have the Brazilian strain, the P1, and we just in the United States, we will start doing frequent what is called genotyping. We're going to start looking at the mutations in different outbreaks to see if eventually we will develop the US strain. So that's a good step that we are doing testing, because we will be able to identify and we will be able to target in different ways the new strains. But right now, as long as we continue to practice adequate public health practices, like mask wearing, social distance, avoiding crowds, frequent hand washing, and people who is eligible goes for the vaccine, I think we are going to be doing good. Here in northeastern Wisconsin, in Wisconsin in general, I think it's a blessing that we have the trends are down, the spread of the disease is down. So I think this is an excellent moment to vaccinate as many people as we can before the outbreak comes, which will come. But as long as we continue to practice, we will be fine. But we need to be concerned about these new strains without panicking, of course. As long as we know that they are there, the scientists will tell us what to do next.
Doctor, do you think the vaccine companies are going to change their way of doing things based upon these new strains, or do they think that we'll be protected against these new strains with our current vaccines?
Right now, I think we are, remember, we've been spoiled because the efficacy of the two mRNA vaccines is 90 to 95%. The efficacy, for instance, of the influenza vaccine is 50, sometimes 60% at best. So we're spoiled because we have very effective vaccines. And if the mutants, the new strains, render the vaccine slightly less effective, well, it's not excellent news, but we are okay. But eventually, as I mentioned, the scientists will target the new mutants. And that is possible. They're working on booster shots, booster immunizations for the current vaccines to completely eradicate the pandemic. So it's possible that at some point we will have to work extra. But right now, as long as we can vaccinate as many people as we can before the spring arrives, that I think we will be okay.
So now that we have the vaccine, has that changed the way that you're able to do business over at Aurora?
Yes and no. First, I am less under stress because I know that the people that surround me, they are, for the most part, they all have been vaccinated. Last week we were at a meeting that requires our physical presence. And then we were 7 people allowed in the room, but 7 out of 7 we were vaccinated. So, and we were wearing masks. So, what a low risk situation you can be. It's almost back to normal. We still adhere to safe practices because we don't know until the authorities tell us that that masking is not required, we will continue to mask because that's what we need to do. We still don't know what if I can be an asymptomatic carrier, even if I don't acquire the disease. I still don't know if I can silently acquire the virus and give to others. So not until the scientists tell me that it is okay not to wear a mask, I will continue to wear a mask for the sake of others. But at the same time, I am more relaxed knowing that I am protected and I won't be probably disabled or out of work in the hospital or at home because of the virus. So psychologically, I believe we are more relaxed, but we continue with the same practices. Nothing has changed. We are very strict about hygiene in here at workplace, and in my home, the same rules apply.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Dr. Mendoza about the personal toll that this whole thing has taken on him and his colleagues at Aurora, so please stay with us.